Yo, what is up, PPL fans? Schady here, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to the PPL Week 9 battle. Now, this week we're up against Alex Bayonet and his AS Monferno. Make sure to check him out. Links in the description down below. He's an awesome dude. He can sing. He can play Pokemon occasionally. And yeah, he's a cool dude. Other shoutouts to Titos for making the thumbnails for the PPL. Keyno for making the graphics you see on screen. As well as Erik, Aaaand for joining my month. Thank you very much. And Jack for recording the match. Thank you too. So, with these shoutouts out of the way, if you want to know what I'm bringing, make sure to check out Team Analysis. The link is also in the description below. There are a lot of links you should click. Quick rundown: we're bringing 3 attacks fake out. Well, 3 attacks sub Megalovania with fake out. Special defensive Dreading on with Stealth Rocks and Mold Breaker Rocky Helmet. Split after P2 because with recover 3 attacks because P2 is God. Specs Thunderous, Klefki, which is Fizz Def, T-Wave, Spikes Shenanigans, and Tail Glow Manaphy. Now, if I could stop burping, we can look at Alex's team. And he decided to bring Toxicroak, Victini, Regirock, Spritzy, Zapdos, and Mega Sableye. So, I have to play Spritzy in a competitive league format match. I didn't expect that ever in my life, but it happened. So, Spritzy is probably going to be his answer to Megalovania. It's also just going to be his cleric because he doesn't have one on his team other than that. So that's going to be nice for like Scald Burns or whatever. Yeah, if you look at the 3 Pokemon that I said I wouldn't expect in Regirock, Spritzy, and Mega Sableye. Regirock makes sense because Stealth Rocks. If he wants Stealth Rocks, Regirock is his best option for that. It can take hits from basically everything on my team, barring like Life Orb, Silent Toad, or Manaphy or whatever, I guess. Sableye, it does Sableye things, so it's not a bad choice either, but I'm not worried about it since I have Megalovania. I have Spec Thunderous and the Tail Glow Manaphy. I really don't mind. I have Mold Breaker Toxic on my Dreading. And Spritzy is just a Spritzy. It's not, it's not a bad Pokemon, but it doesn't worry me in the slightest. Megalovania can even lift a Moonblast, and Thunderous destroys it. Manaphy beats it. And again, Toxic on Dreading, so they can prevent him from, being as annoying, so they can Toxic and then do things and stuff. Anyway, with him having Mega Sableye, the chance of me just spike stacking the fuck out of him are relatively low, which kind of changes the plan a little bit. Because he didn't bring any of his electric immunities, or resistances, I mean, sorry. No electric immunity, no electric resistance. So Thunderous is going to have a lot of fun. So, click the play button. This is probably going to take a couple seconds. So, basically the game plan is leave with Megalovania, see what he wants to do, see what his dedicated answer is, and then just go in with Thunderous and kill everything, and potentially clean up with Manaphy or Megalovania. So, let's get into the game. Alex is issuing a challenge, as always, and I'm going to lead off with Mindy Megalovania, as I said, as he's going to lead off with WD Gaster, his Mega Sableye, which isn't quite Mega yet, but you get the point. So, I'm going to Mega up, and on this turn, I'm just going to click Fake Out. Reason being is I want to scout for damage. I don't want to go for high jump kick turn 1, because for one, he could also have Fake Out. That's a possibility, but I don't expect it, or didn't expect it. And you can also just click Protect, and then if I go for his jump kick, that's just bad news bears. So, and I was honestly expecting to have Protect on the thing. So, turn 1, as I said, I'm going to go for Fake Out. He doesn't go for Protect or anything of the sort. I get a pretty solid amount of damage off, which tells me that he is probably not fully Fizz Def. So more than likely special defensive. So turn 2, I'm already going to pull a switch out. I'm going to pull the double into my Thunderous. Playing a lot more aggressive than I have been so far this season because I like playing aggressive and I just kind of haven't been doing it. So, expecting Spritzy or, a Protect or whatever, I can make the switch. He does go to Spritzy and I get so much damage off with the choice Specs T-Bolt. As I said, he does not have any resistance or immunity to the T-Bolt, so I can just spam that. He goes for Protect after throwing up a Wish. That's fine by me. It's not going to save him from the wrath of the Thunderous. And yeah, he basically has to pick a fodder. Well, not a fodder quite, but something that's going to take an absolute motherfucking crap ton of damage. And he decides that something is going to be Barclay, his Victini. So, and if you want to look at this damage real quick, that's like 75%, 80 maybe even. Not quite 80, I think, to a Victini. That is ridiculous. So, I'm going to go into my dedicated answer Dreading because I'm pretty sure the thing is going to be scuffed, seeing as he switched it into my Thunderous. And he, you know, obviously he cannot speak, otherwise he would just died. So he's going for boost there. This doesn't do much, but he gets the burn, which is a little bit annoying because which means I can't get up rocks and then kill the thing. But you know, that's fine. He's gonna stay in here. I think he said he expected me to have pursuit, so that's fair enough. And I'm just gonna get my rocks. As I said, I am mold breaker, so if you want to go, to Mega Sableye, I don't really care. So I take burn damage, and that means I'm gonna die to another blue flare plus burn. And I'm just gonna click pursuit in case you want to switch for whatever reason this turn. And yeah, my rocks are probably here to stay because I'm expecting Zapdos to be offensive. So you're probably not gonna have defog. I'm gonna go for pursuit. That does something to Victini. Nah, I'm burned. It's a pursuit. It's 40 base power. You know, Ready goes down, but it did all it had to do. Victini is low enough to the point where I don't care. Rocks are up, and they're probably here to stay, and that's all I needed. So now I can go into Mighty Megalopony and just click Fake Out and have the thing die. As I said, I'm expecting the thing to be scarfed. The damage seemed roughly to be in scarfed. Seemed to be in scarfed range. Could have of course been something else, but. Better safe than sorry, Fake Out was the play, and now he brings in Regirock. I'm like, oh, you're gonna try and counter me, aren't you? Or like T-Wave or whatever. No, I'm not having any of that. So I'm gonna set up a substitute on the thing, which is just gonna grab me to see what he wants to do. If he wants to counter, it's perfect. He goes for Stealth Rock though, which is also pretty fine by me, because I'm minus up against the Regirock, and this is good. Yeah. I'm just gonna high jump kick this turn, and the thing's gonna go down. Well, into high jump kicks, but he's gonna reveal Hammer Arm, which I didn't expect him to have. I expected Drain Punch or I guess Superpower, but that works. He's gonna break the sub, of course. He doesn't miss, which would have been nice, but it doesn't matter. Speed drop also doesn't matter because it's a Regirock and Megalopony. Who cares? So I was kind of expecting him to have Protect. I was kind of worried about him having Protect, but in the long run, it doesn't matter. Because he doesn't have it, and that's a dead Regirock, so I can kill for Megalopony. Yeah, that's... if you had Protect, I would have been relatively low after one high jump kick, but I didn't think it would be too big of an issue. I could still deal with SD Toxicroak or something of the sort. So, he's going to Spritzy. I can't kill the thing with a return. I don't want to risk him killing me with Moonblast, which has a chance to at this point. So I'm just going to go into my Thunderous. He gets a drop, this is problematic. If not, then that's fine. He does just go for the Moonblast. He doesn't go for the Wish, which I was kind of leaning towards. But Moonblast was probably his better play anyway. So, he's going for Protect this turn. Doesn't matter because I can just click T-Wall anyway. And this Spritzy is just going to die. It just dropped because Thunderous is way too strong for anything ever. So, Thunderous gets a kill. 9th kill of the season. Climbing up there with Megalopony. And he brings in WD Gaster, his Mega Sableye. And I'm just like, I can live a hit potentially, but he reveals to Fake Out. Doesn't do too much because it's a Sableye. But at this time I'm going to switch out because I'm fairly sure he's going to have Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneak. I was very sure he would go for that. So I'm going to make the safest play I have offensively. And that is going into Manaphy. If he goes for Willow, that's fine. If he goes for anything else, that's fine. He does go for Psychic, however, so I could have just stayed in and killed him with a Specs Thunderbolt, but I didn't know what set he was. So this time I'm just going to Teglo up because it's my safest play overall, and after that I can basically get a kill on anything. However, he goes for Toxic, which is very, very annoying for me because it's going to wear me down, and that's just not great. Yeah. Next time I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam because it's going to kill the thing. So would Scald, but he still has a Toxicroak in the back, so I don't want to do any of that. So he brings out De Bruyne, his Toxicroak, which is a nickname because he thinks it looks like Kevin De Bruyne. Nah, not really, but I appreciate it. So going for Dazzling Gleam, this thing just barely hangs on. I had a chance to kill it, but it was a very low chance. It was heavily in his favor, so it's fine. So this time I'm just going to finish off with Ice Beam because if he was Scarf, I would know that right now. If he wasn't Scarf, well, I can live a life of Sucker Punch. I can also live a Scarf Drain Punch. I couldn't live a Scarf Gong Shot, but I called the miss anyway, so it doesn't even matter, does it? So he brings out his Zapdos. I am expecting the thing to be Scarfed as well, despite double Scarf being weird. The way he brought this in, I was like, he probably has to be Scarf. So I'm not gonna risk anything. I'm just gonna sack off Manaphy. Scout his set. He goes for the HP Grass, not wanting to my Thunders to get a free switch in. And Manaphy goes down. I probably, in hindsight, should have switched into P2, but oh well, it happens. Or Klefki even. I could have gone to Klefki as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go into my Megalovania right here, and at this point I just win. Zapdos is low, Megalovania is low. I can just click Fake Out against that Zapdos, just to make 100% sure that he's scuffed, because I still haven't 100% confirmed it. He could have just won a speed tie against my Manphy. So yeah, safest play is just going for Fake Out and then return, and guaranteeing a kill. So he's gonna go for Fake Out of his own. Doesn't do much, but it helps him put me in range for the Zapdos. I'm gonna go for the return, get a crit, which did not matter from this range. It was a guaranteed KO with return. And now it brings out Zapdos. I cannot live with Thunderbolt from this range, and I want to keep Megalovania alive, you know, differential wise, and also for the GPA. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna do my P2 because P2 doesn't care about anything that the thing does. Also, the way that the fact that he switched out earlier against my Megalovania probably makes me think that he is definitely scuffed and was locked into HP grass. So P2 takes nothing, but he gets paralyzed. I can't talk, which is unfortunate, but I should still be able to kill the thing off with an Ice Beam. Go for another time revolt, but I get paralyzed. So since I am now very sure that he is scarfed, and if he isn't, he's not gonna go for anything but a T-Bot right now. I'm just gonna go to my Eden and speed this process up. I don't wanna risk, you know, P2 getting paralyzed to death and then just having to sit there for like 2 more turns or whatever, maybe even 3. So going to Thunderous overall sped it up for me, and yeah, he's going for 2 T-Bots, revealing that he is scarfed. So I was right in that assumption, and I can just knock the thing out with a Thunderbolt, and that is the 4-0 victory for Bayern Munich in Week 9 of the Pokemon Premier League Season 3. GG, Alex. I think I had a very strong matchup, and I think I played that pretty strongly. I think turn 2 was already really huge because he just didn't have a switch in for Thunderous. And at that point, I was in control already. And from there, it was just kind of in my hands to play that as well as I could have. And I made minor misplays, but they only, like, I don't think they could have lost me the game. That's just like differential things. So yeah, I could have gone into P2 on the Bikini that was obviously locked into Blue Flare, but I didn't, because I didn't want Toxicroak to set up or whatever. I don't know, weird. But all worked out. Fro was a very nice racket. If I got in a 5-0, would it be at plus 69 now overall in 3 leagues? That'd be nice, but oh well. So yeah, we move on to 7-2 this season, which is very good. I already beat my record from last season, and that's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? So I'm now 2-1 against Alex, and we're looking good for a title race. We have 2 more games to play. I can't spoil anything about the other matches because they haven't been played. Well, one has, but I'm not going to spoil anything regardless. We're still right in the title race no matter what happens. Preferably Sam and Trav lose, and Jack. I guess Jack as well. I don't mind that. And yeah, so that's the game. Again, GG Alex. Make sure to check him out. He's a cool dude. Next week, I'm looking forward to next week because we play Frankfurt of the FC Volcarona. Very good friend of mine, one of the first people I watched on YouTube way back then. I still do, and I'm very glad to be able to play him. His season is okay. He's not doing as great, but considering that it's only his, I guess, first real season, because the D-League he didn't play much, he's doing pretty well. So he also has a bunch of big threats like Mega God of War, Cobalion, Entei, etc, Snorlax, whatnot. It's a very scary team, so we'll see how we come out on top against that. And with that, I'm gonna shut up. I can't talk today. This is horrible, but I don't have any other time to record this, so sorry. Anyway, with that, I'm out of here because I'm talking too much and I can't talk. So yeah, tell me what you think of the game. Maybe what I could have done better. Maybe what I don't know what I could have done worse. it's pretty easy. And yeah, hopefully see you guys next week because that's gonna be an exciting match. And we only have 2 more games to play. Tide races on, motherfuckers. So, went all the way. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some newts. I will appreciate all 3 of and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.